Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, Supercoach Pro. Decided to go live pretty last minute, actually, to be honest. I wanted to see what the scores are around the ground for people's Supercoach scores. Been a while since we've had to do this too. Finally, team is done, team is set. Didn't really do a team update because I was out at a rodeo on the weekend. I've never been to a rodeo, so that was on Saturday. But I did watch today's games. And the Thursday and Friday night game. So I just missed the Saturday game. So that might be something you guys actually fill me in. So yeah, this week, what are we? We're 2,284. I'll go into my side shortly. I didn't have Goulden, so I dodged that bullet. So I'm happy with that. But there is some players I'll probably need to bring in next week or two. Max says, feels good having the C on Bont and seeing people see on Butters. Told him to go no against West Coast. Yeah, no against West Coast made sense, to be honest. So, yeah, that's a good one. And this guy is an underrated rookie as well. I went the opposite. So I'll show you my team anyway. So I had a choice of going him or Watkins, and, of course, I went Watkins, which is fine. Like, you can't nail every single rookie, and if you've done that and avoided injury and stuff, you've done pretty well. So my team is called Fend Off King. Start off in the back line. You notice Worrell's not there. I was playing with my team Thursday night, cleared my team. Completely forgot to put him back in there, to be honest, because he's 1% owned. So I forgot to scroll down when I did clear my team. So my back line consists of Sinclair. Obviously, I got hot on that pick because of round zero. So I'm not going to say I was on him all preseason when I wasn't. I was never on Sinclair, just based off the role in round zero. It gave that away. So thought, why not? Rosie was fine. I thought he did better than a 105 today, actually. Sinclair looked to link up in the chain as well. Just looks so much better off halfback, but also had a lot of CBA stints. Dacos 94. Didn't get to see this game because I was at a bull rodeo. It was actually quite fun. That's the first time I've ever been. Blackest in the role was there, clearly, but had like 5 free kicks against. So I'll probably leave him for this week and just see how he goes next week. I know he's got tough ruck matches up shortly, but I just want one more week on data on Blackiston because you don't do that much homework and then decide to just flick them after 1 week. A lot of these mid-prices here failed, like a Windsor scored about 60. Then you had Clark from Fremantle doing bad. Whitfield did bad as well. So my backline wasn't too bad comparatively to the primos, I guess, that I had down the back. Stewart was a sneaky one that got away from me as well. I thought about him, but I'm not going to go through if buts and maybes for the side. It's just whatever, rookies. I did my homework on the rookies on who to field, though. I did look at Grill, and I don't even know how to pronounce old mate's name, but they just looked like they had better scoring capabilities than a Lindsay and Sarong. Lindsay purely based on, he's in a West Coast backline, so it didn't fill me with confidence. Whereas that Dogs play that chip game with Butterick and Dale, so that's why I sort of decided there. And Grill sort of knew he had the license to run off halfback. We sort of had a look at that in preseason, so I thought those two were definitely a viable option. So one rookie roulette. Midfield, Butters was a fail captain. Around one for the last 3 years has been so consistent in getting my captains wrong, which is not fun. But Butters just didn't look interested. What's his name? Was it Finn? Finn O'Sullivan was sort of tagging him. So in the third quarter, I'm pretty sure he had like one disposal or something like that anyway. Dacos, I had to go this pick over Richards just because he was owned by 60% of teams. So I did I completely got scared in this pick because I didn't want to have a guy that's in 60. Better than a 96 in my opinion. LDU 104, again, looked way better than a 104. Clayton Oliver sucked. So I want to give Oliver another run at it too because the week before he scored a 120. So Blackiston and Oliver still on notice. And then Parrish, he's consistent, 93. I think that was a miss if you didn't go Parrish, to be honest. And same with Tanner Brewer. And Jagger Smith is just an obvious M8, I feel. The bench is okay. I feel like it's a pretty standard bench. You did well if you got Murdoch, the West Coast rookie or whatever. The rucks, I actually decided to go R2. I did a poll on Twitter. English and McAndrew it was. I was going to go Darcy Cameron at F2. Jackson looked good. I didn't realise that, Cox wasn't playing, but he was named emergency, so I was still a little bit worried about Jackson's role, even though he dominated. And Darcy, obviously, in that side is probably better than what it is when Mason Cox is in the side. So happy with that. And then here was the Cats Ruck rookie or Zane. So I chose Zane in the end just because that DPP I can put Blackiston here if I need to cover McAndrew, but McAndrew played well anyway. So questionable is definitely Blackiston and Oliver. Rookies I missed in the backline, no one really. Selwood didn't do that well anyway. The rookie I did miss is the West Coast rookie, so I'm not mad at that. Like, that's pretty decent anyway. Forward line is cookie cutter just because what we have out there. I should have actually done Robertson on field. I was going to go Robertson over Lombard anyway, but I didn't think Robertson would get anywhere near a 106. So traded in McRae just to grab the 90, which is probably stupid in hindsight because of Philpo got injured. But I think it's a corky anyway in the quad. So, and Marshall ankle. So best 18 next week. I'm not really looking at flipping any of them unless I really have to make up to 18. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Butterick, doing all what you thought they'd kind of do. Maybe Butterick we thought would do better than that. And then flex was Hayden Young. So I feel like I got most of the mid prices right in terms of what they can produce. Like they showed glimpses. Maybe Blackiston and Oliver are my clear missing targets this week. But overall, we scored 2,284, which I'm not sure where that will sit. I'll go into the comments because I'm sure they're peaking. So that's how we're looking at the moment anyway. So give us a like for the video anyway. Give us a share on Twitter. But what do we got here? So Cheese, of course, you didn't have Goulden. Bad coaches always get kissed. Yeah, I couldn't afford Goulden in the end anyway. I was trying to get Goulden in my side, but I couldn't do it. I also wanted Cook in my side, but I couldn't afford him. It was if I had brought Cook in, Braden Cook or whatever his name is from Adelaide, I would have had to go up from Watkins' pick, and then I would have had to go down Dacos down to Richards. So you can't win them all. Very funny Cheese, but yeah, you're going to have to trade him out. Hands are going to be all right for next for next week. I wonder, he surely passes the HIA or whatever it's called, so unlucky if he does miss, but yeah, he did cop a knee to the head or whatever from Harley Reid or somebody. I can't remember. It's such a boring game to finish off the round, to be honest. Corey scored a 2.378. Yeah, nice. Really happy my week had Dev Rob on the bench over Lombard. Yeah, I feel like Dev was actually an obvious pick over Lombard anyway because Dev has the role. Lombard does not have the role. Regardless of being in a weaker side, I would have always chosen Lombard over... Sorry, I would have chosen Dev Robertson over Lombard any given week. I didn't roll with either just because I wanted that Marshall 90 because I actually thought maybe Lombard would get about a 50 and Dev, I don't know, 60-ish. I thought there wasn't much in it, but I didn't think it'd go 106. Yeah, Jason, 2.325 for this week. Captain Noah instead of Butters. Yeah, that's Noah is a good pick. I've never hated the Noah pick. Murdoch is the rookie of the week. I definitely got like a 106 or something like that. Care to comment on your time at the rodeo? Maybe not, Cheese. Yeah. It was a bit of fun, though. I don't know if anyone's been to a rodeo before, but it was a lot of fun, that's for sure. Watching bull riding and horse riding and all sorts of stuff. I'm not surprised you have Clary in your team. Bills, it's been a while since I've seen you. Scott Clown. I think he's doing, I don't know which comment that's for. Maybe Bills, but I think Bills has taken the mickey. Bills has always been a good fan and a supporter of the channel, so I don't think he's actually being serious. But 2.356 for Max, nice. Is this the Max that last year was trading out his players consistently? Is that you, Max? Are you the Essendon fan? I can't remember. You loved a good trade, though. Lizzie King, I had 3 tons on my back. Yeah, and I feel ya. You can't win them all, though. Like, if you've got a good starting side, you're happy. Like, you had a few fails. Like Blackerson was a fail in my eyes this week, clearly. Windsor, McKercher. Oh, my God. McKercher was bad in the midfield. He was terrible, at least on average. Yeah, okay. Yep. Had Robinson on the bench. Would have been nice having him on field rather than Pooh. Well, Pooh was stiff because he got injured. I don't know what to think of Pooh. Pooh's a bit of a turd. Wow. Wizard King 2382 could have gone mega. Yeah, that would have been mega, actually. Megasaurus for sure. Driz, Solo. I recognise this person here. Scored 2239, didn't field Dev or Marshall and Captain Butters. I did similar, Captain Butters as well. I thought it was a given. But the Roos looked really good. Like that Roos game was actually super impressive. I thought Port were going to make a comeback and they didn't, so that was interesting. I don't know, I swapped to Kurt last minute. I think there's too many people on Twitter giving people Kurt a nice, what do you call it? Statistics for, but sometimes they don't look at the against, so they'd be biased on their opinion on players. I don't think I've ever really been hot on Kirch playing midfield minutes, but whatever. Says me that's got Clayton Oliver in the midfield anyway. Can't get them all right. Phil to Cook, yeah, potentially. I don't know. I think 2-2 will be a good score, to be fair. I just have no gauge whatsoever what the par is. I asked in a group chat, and 2-2 seems to be what we're looking for this week. Jake, easy trades for me. Goulden and Marshall out, maybe. Yeah, so that's good enough trades. I think we just got to wait for the Philpoo news. Like, Philpoo and Marshall, like, it's best 18 next week anyway, so I'd almost wait until the other players are on the bubble before deciding. And if they're more than a couple of weeks, then sure, get rid of them. But if it's only a 1 to 2 week, I think I'd be reluctant to hold, unless it's, Braden Cook that you really need, and I'd give it one more game. My concern is probably just boosting next week if I have to. That's the worst case scenario. I just want one more week of data, really. I don't want to just fire away now. Noah passed it, by the way. That's good, mate. So Noah Anderson passed the HIA. Gold Coast had the bye next week, so Endo is fine. Okay, yeah, I'm special. I'm still recovering from the rodeo, to be honest, if that's a good enough excuse. Like, if anyone's ever been to one, wow. My head is feeling it. Lobster 108. I didn't even get to jump on after dark because I wouldn't have been able to see a microphone, to be honest. Lobster 108. That's random as. Had Murdoch, Marshall, and Dev Rob on the bench. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, wow. Wizard doesn't help for anyone who needs to trade Goulden. Yeah, Goulden's cooked. Yeah, anyone that's dislocated a shoulder know that you're cooked if you've done a shoulder. Like, that's 4 to 6 weeks, but if that surgery is done for 3 months. 3 balls. Beast, this is Yaz. 2-3-3-6 with Dev Rob and Grill on the bench. Shout out to Fonzie and Winhager. Well done. That was good pod picks for sure. 3 hacky sacks. What am I missing here? Yaz, can you explain to me the 3 hacky sacks? I want to know what it's to do with. Please explain. This is going to be funny. The last one was the Chinese baby smoking a ciggy. Now it's this. It's got to have some sort of reference to something. Dean, let's just call you Dean. Wow, okay, wow. 2-4-3-6, that's huge. While Robinson was on the bench. Yeah, jeez. That was a big night. Which of these rookies in defense? Which rookies are you going to give me to choose from? Because I'm leaving my rookies as they are now. Wonder what score is top 10K. I don't know either. Maybe 2-2. Hard to know because everyone in the chat is a decent Supercoach player, generally speaking. So you're going to see a lot of high scores in the chat, and then you look at your login, and then you actually have done really well compared to what people think. 2-2-8-3 this week. We'll see on Butters. What could have been. Chill, yes. Good to see you, Max. That's funny as. Up the Crom. I remember this pick as well, actually. I remember you by picks. What on earth are we doing with McKercher? You probably give it one more week or just get rid of him, really. I'd almost give it one more week to see if he's in the half back line again or if they leave him in the midfield. You're going to have to get rid of him next week. I have learned from the past, give my players 3 weeks until I trade. Okay, I like this, Max. That's good. I remember last season it was quite entertaining. Jace, I was so keen on Worrell. I know. I forgot about Worrell, putting him back in my side, but that's because I'm special. Got scared and picked Midfield instead. Midfield did terrible as well. Oh, it is what it is. 2, 3, 4, 8, top 10. Mate, that's probably top 5%, top 2% even. That's crazy. I'm not going to target Houston this year. I think I will just skip and see how he goes. I'm not one for Houston yet. I can't just say after one game. He had a 94 the week before, so him and Dacos did the reverse. So I don't know. I'd be very gun hot if I said that. Roll aside, my mantra this year was no injury clouds. Taking coach was stupid. We've learned. I don't know if it was stupid, but the injury cloud would have ruled me out anyway. And the fact that he was playing the midfield would have thrown me completely. So I think all these things are hindsight. You can sit here and say, oh, but this and this. But it's really a hindsight BS, to be honest. Like, no one's perfect at this game. I hate the people that post all this statistics on this play and this play, and then the player shits the bed anyway. It's like good statistics, but they always do it in the favour of them wanting that player or them not wanting the player. It's never really a 50-50 view on it. It's always sitting on one side of the fence. Campbell. Started Clark and Whitfield, not happy, Jan. I also didn't watch much leading into it. Like, my team is based off just preseason games in round 0, so I didn't have any influence this year of noting any information that I didn't really view visually. Eye test for me this preseason. I think it's been okay so far. Definitely sell. Gordon, he's dislocated shoulder, mate. Cheese, not a fan of having to use a boost so early. If Marshall and Pooh are under 3 weeks, will be best 18. I don't mind using a boost if I have to. I mean, we get 5 of them. Like, what years ago didn't we get 3? I can't even remember. Gordon has to go. You're not playing Gordon, not even in 4 to 6 weeks. I've done my shoulder three times, and I could tell you the quickest I ever returned to football was in 4 weeks. And then I was still playing like BS for at least another 2 weeks because I couldn't overhead mark. Not that I'm talented anyway. Lobster. McKercher was managed minutes apparently. Yeah, but the role was awful and he butchered it a lot. So, I don't know, Lobster. GC buys round 3. Thank goodness, because I don't have Noah. Boss tag Butters. Yeah, I remember. I called him Finn. Would you trade Carroll to Murdoch? No, I'll probably wait 1 more week for that, just because you never know. Like it might completely reverse. I think. Wow, I can't even keep up with the comments. You guys are going nuts. Give us a like for everyone that's sitting there. There's 68 of you, so you've all been notified, and sub to the channel if you haven't, because I'll be doing live streams a fair bit now that we're back on. God damn it. So much flexing in the chat. Nice work, mate. Well done for captaining Bond. Wow. Got 2, 3, 6, 8, and I looped Pooh just in case dodged a bullet there. Bloody oath he did. I love when people use other people's photos as their thumbnail. It's entertaining. West Coast, you're gonna. Yeah, I know. Robinson was their best scorer, and he's from Brizzy. 2, 3, 6, 4. Nice, Nick. Very well done. You guys are going to kill it. I'm waiting for my live ranking. Campbell, a lot of primo halfbacks scored poorly. I did notice a trend too. I noticed that a lot, actually. With Goulden and trade, we have Holmes, Nando, and Cowell with all around 2 buy. Timing could be worse. Yeah. I wouldn't be looking at early buy players now that you've got rid of Goulden. I'd be actually looking at players that don't have the early buy. Butterick to Murdoch. Wow, okay. And Goulden to Bont. I think that's a waste of a trade for Butterick. I don't know if I actually like that. I'd rather Goulden to Sarong. Why are we trying to squeeze? I was trying to squeeze Anderson into my team, put the C on, but track didn't cross my mind once. Yeah, track didn't really cross my mind for a C option either, to be honest. But now I've seen enough. Why everyone Laurel over? Not too sure. I'll have to have all of the statistics for that. Malura is too injury prone for me to even look at anyway. Parker defense. Yeah, Parker defense was pretty good by Clarko. I'm not sure if Clarko's a genius anymore. I think he's a has-been anyway, but, you know. Gorn, 122 is a disgrace. Especially, yeah, he was underscored for sure. Ruckman feel like they were a tad underscored. Best on ground, and St Kilda stole all the points chipped around. We can't really complain about the scoring system. Like, it has changed this season, but, like, who cares? I just can't be bothered. Kircher to Harley. You're not talking about Harley Reid, are you? Am I missing something? Picked Vincentini last minute for some ruck cover. Had a good run coming up, but worried Sweet would come back. Yeah, he looked bad that last half. He got dominated a fair bit by Cherry. Wow. Big 40, 2-3-9-7 for me with Devon, Marshall on the bench, Pooh, and a Lombard on the ground. Right. Wow. Okay. That's nice. Very well done. You're probably in top 1K potentially. Who was the biggest surprise for you this round? Maybe a must-have rookie that we didn't know about. Yeah, I mean, this is probably an easier way to look at it, isn't it? So we'll go to players. So I'll have a little bit of some of the scores, but just no, I didn't watch any of the Saturday games. So I watched every other game but that. So, which is like at least 3 or 4 games in it. So it's a bit annoying. So, wow, yeah, Bond. I can't wait to see the percentage of teams that everybody has. So Jackson would have been a good pick, but when does Mason Cox play that side? That's what worries me about Jackson. Sarong, yeah, well done if you got him. Petrarca, everybody has. Malira, no thank you. Don't trust his body. Holmes is a good pick. I've got him in draft. Max Hall is a sneaky one. I don't know if I'd want him in my classic Supercoach, but he's definitely a sneaky pick for a top 10 finish, potentially. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Merritt, I was never hot in Merritt, so I'm not going to call that one out, but he's probably a decent pick anyway. Parker, no thank you. Although he did have a good role, he's too old for mine. I think they rest him. Wits, no way. That was against Flynn. Lockie Ash. It's going to be Whitfield or Ash that pops off every week. That's annoying, I feel. Stevens says no thanks. Jaden Short. I feel like that's definitely a trap. Stewart. So this is why I like Stewart. He's consistent. Like those injury years, you take away his injury score throughout the year, and his average is still around that 110. And we got flex to cover Stewart if we needed. Houston, I'm not sold yet. Others might be, but no. Noel Anderson's good pick. Tim English was a good ruck. I'm happy with this English pick. Let's just go down and filter it because I'd be here all night if I keep doing this. It's nice to finally do a live again as well after a Sunday night because I started doing that like last year. Then others copped onto it as well. But if you remember, I'm pretty sure I did Sunday Night Lives pretty much first. Unless I'm delusional. Maybe I am. So this is the guy I missed. Milan Murdoch. I had a Twitter poll too, him or Watkins, and people reckon Watkins, so that was a bad move, but Twitter polls don't always help you. Logan McDonald, no thank you. Jakey Rogers, no. Braden Cook's the one. Braden Cook was in 9% of size. I was looking at him, but I couldn't afford him. Just missed out by 20 grand or something. McAndrew at R2 seems safe enough too. Like he played a good game apparently. So, and clearly by the score, you can see that. I'm pretty sure he's outscored Cameron by a point or something. That would have been a bit of a pod move. Harry Sharp for a rookie. I don't think he's a must-have. Dyson Sharp. See, I went and picked up, instead of Dyson Sharp, Watkins. But again, I couldn't even afford those players anyway. Lombard 55, didn't really matter. Coleman, that's disappointing for those who started Coleman. Roses, I had a look at him. Would be lying if I said I didn't, but yeah, small forwards always do that sort of thing. Gothard's going to suck. So none of these players are viable. Lockie Doverston's going to be giving you that most of the time, you'd think too. Annabelle, that sucks. And they just get worse. Selwood 38 from a 70 the week before was surprising. Cooper Duff Tyler, I wouldn't imagine people have him, surely. Not as a key forward for West Coast. And Philip, who sucked because he got that corky. Murray, wow. Yeah, so probably just those two rookies I imagine a lot of people wouldn't have is Murdoch. I feel like maybe he's in 15% of sides, maybe less. I'm not too sure. And Braden Cook is the other one, really, rookie-wise. They're important to get right before the rounds go ahead. Their price rise is what I'm trying to say. Bont, Butters, Anderson, Neil, Windhager. That's a pretty good midfield, actually. I know, isn't he? Worrell is a gun. Here we go. What's going on here? Hey, mate, is it true that under 50% of TOG gets auto-subbed for emergency? I have no idea. Meaning Philip will be covered. Hasn't shown up in my final score yet. Can anyone confirm that? I'm way behind in the comments, but I have no idea. I didn't even know that. I thought GC buy was round 2, my bad. Okay, I'm tripping. Early wasn't the right word. It was more of using a boost to not upgrade your team than waste. That's fair enough. Nah, that's valid. Yeah, nah, that's true. Jeez. Driz, I went Langford over Gould, and Langford only scored 37. Might have to burn a trade. How did Harvey Langford only score 37? Had Todd Marshall on the bench, had Hayden Young at Whitfield, but got bailed on track captaincy. Yeah, nice. I don't think you got bailed. You're just smart for actually using track. And don't ever undersell that. Bont after he's round 3 by for sure. Just have to be patient. Yeah, I don't think I could bring Bont in now. VC track into Shees next week, I reckon. I don't mind it. And here I was thinking of shading, what was it? Fading Shees for like one day at some point. Bont just showed Bont what he is, really. He showed us all what he is. Monster, I still got a week to wait and see. Yeah, but we do hold faith in Blackerson. Yeah, I agree. I think one more week for these guys. Like, you brought him in for a reason, right? Callahan, Sarong, Nando. Probably Sarong. Just because the buys. Like, you don't want to bring in a buy player now. No point. Makes no sense. No, I actually don't mind that. Blackerson's and Murdoch. Yeah, I'd actually do that. That feels a little bit more logical. Goulden to Bont. Yeah, probably would. But again, you're better off waiting for a buy after Bont's buy, sorry. Oh, jeez. Oh, right. Sorry, Bill Boy. I'm still recovering, to be honest. Like, sleeping in a tent while there's music going isn't a fun time. I'm pretty sure I went to bed at a reasonable time and woke up at stupid o'clock because there was like car speakers blaring. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Rodeo and you park all your cars and tents around the place and you can hear noises all hours of night. Like, I wasn't sure if there was bats or if there were people, but I could hear a lot of things near my tent. And don't know. I like camping. It made me want to get roof racks on my car and actually get one of those bloody tents on top of my car. But I'd look weird because I've got a sedan, so I'd look like an absolute weirdo doing that. But now I want to do camping. So anyway, sorry, Harley Reid versus McAndrew in a fight. Who you got, Brad? Oh. I'm really thinking about this hard. I think Harley Reid's got him covered. Probably similar weight class. Like McAndrew's not really built. And Harley Reid's stocky enough. I got Reid. I like these questions, but I definitely reckon Reid second round knockout. I'm not even going to read your name, Jonas, but anyway. Jeez, I moved on to Sherry last minute. That's not bad. Got to beat. Fair. Yep, don't mind it. I mean, Sherry did well. He proved us all wrong at Ruck's won't be as bad as what we thought potentially. Scored 2-3-0-1. Only had 3 blunders as well. Traded in Holmes to Witt. Yep. Pooh over Dev. C, Butters over Track, in my opinion. I wouldn't bother about the should have, could have, would have either. I'm not being rude here, but if I did that every week, or if we all did this every week and mathed how much points we miss out every week, like we could all say we would be plus 300 in general. Like we could always find. I think you just wear it. Like I don't even look at it anymore. The more I look at that kind of shit, the more I'm like, oh my god, why did I do that to myself? But I get your point. I definitely get your point. And plus, like Track hasn't really shown that form in the last couple of years. Like that game last week was apparently his career best, and this was another top 10 career best form. So like you just gotta just take the safe bets, which generally speaking is actually Butters and Dacos and all those sort of players. But I went VC Walsh just because it was a Thursday night game, so I could run Arthur Jones is my loophole option because he was obviously concussed. So that's why I put the VC on Walsh. Thought Walsh would go 130 against Richmond, to be honest, and that's why I did that. But I'm not too worried. I'm probably just going to go Butters and Dacos week in and week out. So, yeah. I don't know why I traded my favourite player, Holmes, to Witt. That is a weird trade, but yeah, I mean, you can always bring him back if you wanted to. Yeah, Brad, I hassled most of the content creators for ages to go live trade after the last game on Sunday, and you answered the call. Legend, they all wanted to wait until Monday. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure I was the first to jump on a Sunday night live. Yeah, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll announce it to the Twitter world, but I just wanted to go solo tonight. I couldn't be bothered interacting with anybody today, and that's not an offensive thing. You know when you've just had a big weekend and you can't be bothered interacting, like my Snapchats and stuff, oh my God. I haven't replied to half my friends, to be honest, today. I've only been fixated on Supercoach again because this is what I love more than most thing, which is strange, but that's why we're all here on a Sunday night. Jace, honestly hate the opening round. I was set on a majority of the team preseason. Yeah, all our teams are going to be very similar, to be honest. So I feel like the opening round definitely helped me look at players that I might not have looked at. So I'm going to actually say that the opening round definitely is annoying because most teams are the same now, but it also gives you an edge if you watch it properly, I guess. Yeah, no, that's going to suck. At least it's best 18 for the next few weeks. Skiz, yeah, same here, says, here we go, cheese. I love these Sunday lives because we're all annoyed and frustrated, but come to our senses on the Monday. All right, drop us your rage trades in the comments because that's what we're actually here. Like, drop us your biggest rage trade, who you hate, and who you just want to absolutely kick out of your team if you had to right now, and there was no other option. So, yeah. Aqua. The Horny Man, worst game I've seen, might be 300k mid this season. Yeah, he looked off, didn't he? Hey, Mav's back. Hello, mate. He goes 2292. Had captain on Noah, was good, but my decision on starting Lombard over Marshall or Robinson a bit frustrating. It's definitely a hindsight thing too. Like Marshall had the role, Lombard never had the role at half forward, but he has an easy opponent. Robinson to me was the more obvious one because he had the role just in a bad team. So Robinson Dev always looked like the better F6 than any other player I could think of. But I was greedy and I went Marshall and started a loop because I wanted to bank those points. Silly idea because I would have been up exactly like I hate saying. It would have been up a few points, but who cares? Obviously, oh, wow. Caldwell, I've been watching him playing the absolute. Yeah, wow. That's a pod VC. He scored like 59, did Jai. A few Western supporters in chat. Feel free to buy him a tissue box, and same for me because my Tigers lost. Can't wait for people to point chase 700k point. Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's true. I like those savage takes though. Like you're absolutely right, but you're not really point chasing because he is the best player in Supercoach again by the looks of it. Man, you need to get a new profile photo of me because I look like I am not all there. Chase, looks like scoring is definitely a lot more spread these games. Yeah, I'm probably going to take a 120 VC. That's a really good point. I wouldn't go. Maybe really depends. I'd probably think 120 is definitely safe, even a 115 almost, considering I got a 90 something as a captain. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Philip to cook if I had to next week, but I don't really want to do anything this week. TBH. Who will be okay? It was tearing up preseason the same realm. Yeah, I'm not convinced. It's not so much that he won't tear it up. It's just he's so injury prone. It annoys me. Melbourne are a better team without 2025 version of Oliver Petrarca. They're different beasts now, aren't they? When they've sort of got a fresh start, sometimes these players get. Monster, was Pooh just a corky? I think it was, but injury reports always come out on a Tuesday, so we'll find out Tuesday, I suppose. Just a corky, and Marshall just a rolled ankle. We don't know. We won't know till Tuesday, 5 p.m., I believe, unless anyone knows. Cheese, rage trade Clark without hesitation. Wow. Might even do it on Monday just for the satisfaction. Wow, yeah. Skiz, what do you got, mate? I hate Brayshaw, but think I should hold him. He should come good. And I know once I'd trade, he'll go 150. Probably. Yeah, I mean, Brayshaw's definitely going to bounce back, and I even feel the same for Clark, but I feel like rage trading Clayton Oliver, but I just can't do it to myself. I could do it for Worrell by DPP and put Rosie in the midfield, but don't know. I just said on Twitter before those injuries, I don't really want to trade this week, and now I'm slightly tempted. Scott, Brayshaw, the cardio man, but he plays Melbourne, so Holmes post buy. Okay. I don't know if I'd actually trade Brayshaw to Holmes after a buy. I don't know if I'll do that. Oh, I feel like I missed something there. Okay. Hello, what's going on? Rage trade Colby. Soon as Supercoach opens, 2 meals to feed at the Roos. My score is 2-3. Oh, wait. Love it. I'd consider the same, especially that's a good point of view. And Blamies, or whatever you pronounce it, he played a bit of halfback role. So I didn't like the Colby pick purely because Caleb Daniel was still on that side. That's what threw me off. And then you got stupid McDonald and players like that just can't do anything other than kick. Like, they're so bad at defending. Hey, what's going on, mate? Hey, brother, good luck this season. 2-3-1-1. Love that for you. With Butters captain, I did the same, and Marshall on the bench. First round captain curse continues. Yeah, me too, mate. I've got the last 3 or 4 week ones as misses, but yeah, always come back anyway. So Butters played terrible. His scores flattened him for a fair bit. Let me know when the rankings come out, and we'll go through all your rankings and whatever. I'm half an hour behind in Adelaide, and about 30 years behind in here. So if you let us know, it's only 9 o'clock here, so it's 9:30 there. But if you wait to work tomorrow, just call in sick because you got to trade players out. That's what I'd be doing, calling in sick tomorrow because you just want to watch Supercoach content for the rest of the week. Anyway, yeah, that's annoying as. Got a decision from Gould. I think Gould's only must trade, to be honest, if I had to put a must trade. Again, I wouldn't go for a player that's going to have those buys in round 2, 3, or 4. If I had Goulden, I wouldn't do it. I'd be jumping on someone that doesn't have a buy the next 3 weeks if I had Goulden. That's why I'm so hot and strong. I will never take a 120 VC. Well, this could be a tough year for cheese. You might turn into milk. Missed you, but we back are better. Yeah, we're back. It's been a long time. I feel like I don't do any other sports on YouTube, so it feels like a long time since I've seen some of yours. Prime. I think this is the year of full forwards given the higher transition and speed. Darcy and Thilthorpe mega watch. Darcy only scored a 99, didn't he? What did Thilthorpe score? I don't even know. Oh, don't even remind me about Ben Keys. I can't believe no one's brought that up since now. Goulden to Jackson. Okay. And move McAndrew to R3. No way. I'd keep McAndrew at R2, mate, for sure. and have Cherry and English and Jackson. I don't think I'd do it. I don't think I'd do that. I wouldn't want to tie myself up and have a Ruck at flex for that reason. Brayshaw and Strong are no-goes for me this season. Wow, okay. Game plan change means... That's a big call, Aqua. That's a huge call. Give me some hot takes. Actually, in the comments, give me some hot takes. We've heard your rage trades. What is your hot take this season that's absolutely crazy but could possibly be true? Sin. Knowing champion data, they'll wait for a mass dump on a player like Clark and then score in 150 next game. I don't think they do it on purpose. I don't think they're that cynical, to be honest. That would be wild. Jace, I would trade Whitfield, but his next couple of games were pretty juicy. Yeah, I wouldn't trade Whitfield either. Just hold him. Easy to say as a non-owner, though, isn't it? Brayshaw and Strong, like 105 post buy. Hard to tell. Ranger's in the house. I love that photo. I had Petrarca, captain, but rearranged and backed in Butters. What an idiot. Can I have a request for all these people watching? Can you put the craziest, weirdest photo in your thumbnail just to make it entertaining tonight? Because I have the attention span of a 2-year-old right now. So if you put something really funny as your thumbnail and just leave it there tonight, that'd be amazing. Okay. I forgot what Rangatang said. Had Petrarca captain, but... Oh, no, he went Butters instead. Yeah, it is what it is, Rangatang. He should have... Yeah, should have, could have, would have. Houston, good price, getting him in. That's great. That is such a crazy fit move. Love it. I don't think I'll do it yet. I like Sarong a lot. He seems the best option to swap to good. Agreed. And only have 10K, so don't call me out for point chasing, please. I won't. I don't think you're point chasing. I think if a player is consistently scoring well over the years, you're not point chasing. If it's a player that's just come out of the woodwork, then you are point chasing, but no. And I hate the word must have. I hate that word. If people could stop saying must have, that drives me insane. I know I've probably said it before, but this year I keep saying must have this, must have that. It drives me nuts. Must have a brain. At 109, with what felt like 10 seconds to spare, I traded Carroll to Watkins for the 20K. Yeah, I know. Those decisions are annoying, aren't they? Where's the 80 people back? Am I competing with somebody tonight or something? Because it keeps going from like 60-something to 80-something. Aqua, interested to see how many people see the young 80 and sell him. I don't think they will. Cheeky minus 15 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that's annoying when parked forward. That's why I like those mid prices. Like most of them popped off. Scott says, Brad talked to me about Foss. Ran with Butters and only 15 touches for 85. I don't know. I don't know. This is my take on it anyway. And this is why the eye test is better than what you hear from other people. From my vision, I'm not going to look at DFS or disposals for this. But when I watched the game, two things. He started half forward all the time. And then there was periods where it was Rosie, Drew, who was the other player in the CBAs? And they left him out, and it just looked weird because there's no speed around the ball. But it's sort of like he sacrificed his game a little bit. He's like, oh, Foss is hanging off me. I'm not really going to try. And then other times he looked like he'd stayed on the ground too long and he just looked a bit gassed, so he wasn't linking up into play. But then you're getting dominated by that much. There's not a lot of scaling going your way. So I thought he looked better than what he maybe scored, but I also think they actually probably helped him with scoring. But I didn't watch the points go up or down, so I can't tell you why he did what he did. But he certainly looked disinterested at times. I don't know if it's just because North got away pretty quickly and it just felt like they weren't coming back. But for me, it was just, even Rosie, I think he carried a lot. But the Port Adelaide team in general just looked poor, so I wasn't ready for that either. I was confident in him being a C over Dacos against Adelaide, which is surprising. So, I don't know. It wasn't at home, clearly. I don't know what the go was, but yeah, it shows that he can be tagged. But it wasn't like it was a hard tag, to be honest, because Butters can lose you through traffic if he wants to. It's just like he couldn't be bothered. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but to me, that's what it looked like. That or he's just absolute gas because it's your first game playing proper minutes. I don't know. But we saw how well he did in Origin, so it's Don't know what it was. Can't give you a clear answer. Yeah, shouldn't have touched Watkins. I don't think it matters too much. Like, he had good patches. Like, Watkins generally had good patches. Like, he went up to the ball, played half forward flank, basically. I don't think you can base one rookie and say it was a miss. Now, if Murdoch again goes 110 and Watkins goes 45, then yeah, at least we've got 2 games sample size. But we know that rookies can next week do the complete opposite, and Watkins can go 110 potentially, and Murdoch can do a 40 because he plays for West Coast. So, don't know. It's very hard to tell on these rookies. I do like pod rookies. He's in my team, by the way. Reese, hey mate, scored 2-3-6-3. Not sure what to do with Gordon. I'd go Sarong or whoever you want, really. Just not one of the buy. Give me options. Like, when you say you don't want Gordon, what are the players you're looking at instead? Even if it's by DPP. Oh, yeah, Caldwell. Yeah, not a good one. Hi, mate. Just turned in. So exciting for another year. Everyone will go Blackiston on to Fonte, I think. That's a good point, but I'm sure it's a trap. Yeah, okay. I haven't looked at it myself personally, but maybe the break-even's quite low, so there's a potential. Could be a trap. Even Oliver. I don't know if Oliver's trapped me again. This will be the last year I ever start Oliver. Bro can get lost. Yep, fair. If it's 3 to 4, I'm selling him. If it's 1 to 2, I'm probably keeping. Fonte free cash for a week, but if he goes 40 and there's a sell. Yeah, hard to tell, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, that's a raise trade talk. Butter's gone. See ya. That's crazy. You aren't trading full time mid poo and honestly he's out for like 6 weeks, surely. It's not. I think it's more about his injury proneness, not so much his role. Josh, went Butters to C over Dacos 126. I don't think it's a stupid mistake. I'm gonna call that one just Butters just didn't show up and Dacos did. Like, we know over the last couple of years that Butters and Dacos are very good picks. So I don't think it's a stupid mistake at all. Like, he's playing North Melbourne. I think we just got a little bit unlucky that North Melbourne actually showed up for once. And I didn't think they would tag either, to be honest. So, I don't think it's a huge mistake. I think a mistake would be captaining someone that had no intention to go big, and you've done it. You know what I mean? Aqua, unless you really shallow in forward line and dealing with Davison and Piggott at F7 and F8. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Can we get 100 in the stream? Also, give us a like for jumping on for a live. How did I miss so much? Where are we? You guys are going nuts. I can't even keep up. Wow. All right, give me a second. I don't know where the hell we were. Okay, we must be around here. This is crazy. All right, keep them coming. I don't see any silly photos yet either. What's going on? Dev, Rob, Lombard, good cover. Yes, they are. Although Lombard's got like a 55. Is trading Goulden to Anderson / Holmes worth it? Their buyers upcoming straight away. No, I don't think so. Goulden and Anderson share the same buy, so I think you're fine. I just be picking someone that doesn't have a buy now. You sort of get out of that scot-free. Music. Wait until after Houston buy. Yeah, good point. Better clarity around consistency if you have given him. Yeah, I would too. Even if some of these players get one price rise, I just want a little bit more data. DR is also on. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm competing against and I'm almost 86. Wow, nice. Okay, that's a good thing then. If I'm at 86 and he's on, I'm doing really well. You know, that's my side. Okay, anyway. Probably Freo, wouldn't we say? Good photo too. Houston looks back to 2024 best. That's hard to say after 2 games. Maybe. I mean, we did see a quote by McRae saying they want it in his hands, but I thought they wanted it in his hands last year too, did they not? I don't know. What are your thoughts on Houston, everybody? Yes or no? For me, it's a no. Obviously, went until round 3. DeGoey didn't do well either, actually. Lucky I faded that. Midfield for sure. I don't know what that's about. But I had Bergman on WoW, and I'm not sure I can take watching him. Yeah, fair. Aren't you a Port Adelaide supporter, Aqua, or not? I can't remember. Were you an Adelaide? Bergman's a weird one. I don't know what he scored. This is a good one. These photos are getting better. Clark out for Sicily or Worrell, to be honest, or even Houston. I probably like Worrell the best, but that's because I'm biased. I don't know if I like Sicily. Can't afford Blakey or Worrell. I like Worrell. Seems many people had Butters for captain. I think 33% of people had Butters for captain. Okay, so I didn't get much of the ball in the second and third. Yeah, I do vaguely remember. I don't know if it was a Josh Carr move or not. Butters just didn't seem interested to me at all. Butters was forward all the third. Okay, yeah, wow. I think I was watching Rosie and a few other players too. It's probably on McCurch watch. I was on. Sometimes you're on watch on players that you're anti-potting. Like I was on Kurt watch a lot as well. Yeah, as well. Hornfest didn't care. He definitely didn't care. He scored about a 50. Good photo. That's funny. Sarong scored well, but I'm pretty sure he was only on 80 at 3/4 time. That's fine. 80 is fine at 3/4 time. Don't quote me on that, but then he has players scoring in the game balance. Sarong's always been a solid pick. I like Sarong. All right, we got a funny photo. Wow. That this is so much better. Trust me, guys, you'll be so much happy if you don't score watch throughout the game. I know it's hard to do it, but try it. Yep. I agree, Cheese. That is a wild photo, man. That's so good. Yeah, I don't point watch anymore either for that very reason. These are getting better. Jason, hot take. Blakey averages more than Nas this year. Wow, that is definitely a hot take. I don't know if it's good long term. I get the cash generation sort of things, but I want to give Blackiston one more week over that. I don't know. I'm not sold on that, Zach. Hot take and a half, but I back it. Wow. Okay. Nas to get tagged into the ground for the next 60-10 times, and Blakey to average 130. It was delivered to me in a dream. That's crazy. I'm glad I didn't start Nas now because Nas doesn't look good playing up forward. That's for sure. I don't know why they're playing him that much forward. The problem is with Watkins, he's 100% dropped round 3. I reckon he played better than some of the other players though. That's the only issue. 40% Tog though. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. They said I can't remember if it was Carr, but Carr said he would get a lot of games, so I'm not too sure. Only scored 2-1-7-7. That's a funny photo too. Murdoch, no idea how long he lasts, but Hewitt in 23 was a red flag. Yeah, okay. Wow, interesting. Murdoch will be fine. He looked really good, to be honest. His tackle pressure was unreal. That's right. He scored 80 in the last quarter alone. But did have pretty sure I almost froze out then. Does that mean Supercoach is updated? Is that why we're going on a bit of a freeze here? I might just check my team. Scored. What did I score? Good question. Let's see if it has updated because I just had a weird glitch in the system then. Now, still on lockout, but 2284 is the score. I'll scroll down so you can see my team. I do want it to update so I know where I am round 1. But yeah, that's what I scored anyway. You would have seen now. Max Holmes to notch, huge percentage of 120 scores. Increase from round 4. Round 12. Yeah, I think he'll be more consistent. Definitely. I don't know where he'll be. He'll be around top 10 finish, you'd think, for mids. Norfolk, good. Wonder if they can keep it up. Port's probably no good. Norfolk looked a lot better than what I thought they did. And I actually thought Port were going to come back. So it's weird. Now we don't know where Port stand, really, do we? Thoughts on Worrell or Malura? Good. Probably Worrell. I don't trust Malura's body, to be honest. Like he'll do a hammy in 3 weeks' time, no doubt. Jason, honestly, Holmes, I can see being comfortably top 8 mid. Yeah, I can see that too. Buckley's been helping him break tags. Interesting. Yeah, right. 2287, I think it said before my score, didn't it? Houston is great upside, but I'd rather wait. I think we're all keen on that, aren't we? We'd rather wait on a Houston because we know what he's been when he was at Port, but last year he sucked. Yeah, I don't know. I reckon a lot of teams might just keep the double ruck for now because you got 25, not 25 playing, 23 playing. So I can see a lot of teams just do that because this was my issue with Blackiston. Like last year, Hawthorn, when they double rucked, they actually killed a lot of ruckmen when they played double ruck. So they really nullified scoring. And I can't remember what players it was in particular, but when Hawthorn did Reeves and Meek as a combo, I can't remember who they dominated, but that player scored like a 60 or 80. So I wasn't surprised when Blackiston got that. Excuse me. But Blackiston's ruckman who comes up against suck for him over the next 6 weeks. The problem with no buy primos is you're paying $600K for Sarong, Brayshaw, who are probably guys who won't make. I reckon they will make top 8. That's the issue. I don't believe in that. Dawson's a huge shout. Merritt's still a huge shout. I still think Sarong and Brayshaw are around the top 8 anyway. Like that, I don't know. I think we're overthinking this one a little bit. No, he wasn't. He scored like a 30-something in the backline, didn't he? I love that photo. That's great. Yeah, I was a nerd in high school. I still am, I guess. Ranger, I reckon Houston is back. Okay. Okay, I'm a Pies fan and he's your perfect scoring. Okay, all right. That'll be interesting to know because that's a big call. Selwood is fine. You can just dump him into the buy. Yeah, Selwood's fine. Jake Rogers 96, bloody hell. Yeah, he looked good, didn't he? He definitely looked good. There's a 2517 out there. Wow. And the profile photo is great. We've both got our 60 mids, Clary versus Caldwell. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Clary, nice, mate. Well done, history buff. Jeez, it's Gohan, man. I can't believe he did that to Gohan. Wow, that's how I felt at the rodeo, to be honest. Like, if you saw what I saw out there, that's how I felt. Max Holmes, M1, lock it in. My mum's name is... okay. That's so random, Matthew. I can't tell if people are taking the mickey sometimes. It goes straight over my head. Important to note with Strong, he gained about 30 points worth just on pure scaling. Wow, that's insane, isn't it? That's actually crazy. I cleared my team on Thursday night and forgot to put him back in because I'm not all there. I did have Worrell, but yeah, what do you do? Supercoach 2026. Okay, what has he got? I had Gorn, Cherry, and English in flex. What? Gorn, Cherry, and English in flex all scored 120. So much for Ruck struggling. That's pretty keen. Love the Dusty poster behind you too, mate. Daryl. Had Track on the captaincy all week, but this morning changed it to Butters. Oh, no. I didn't even think of Track, to be honest. Probably should have, really, in hindsight, again, but what do you do? Strong will be a fine pick. I'm tempted. Sorry, I'm just tempering the upside. He gets attention way too much. Potentially, but I don't know. I just feel like he'll be thereabouts anyway, Aqua. He'd probably be happy enough, but it's not. Yeah. I don't know. I just think he's top 10 regardless. Gavin, if you had to choose between Parrish or Young, who would you choose? Oh, jeez. Probably Parrish. I don't know if that's based on price as well. I think he's talking about sort of wrong. Goulden, Heaney, Philpo, Marshall all injured. Yeah, I know. Has anyone got Goulden and Heaney? Or at least Heaney? A couple weeks for me, at least. Or at least till the other rookies are on the bubble and I've got to go pick him. Like, if Cook goes crazy next week, and then I have to, then I will. But this week I'm going to try to hold, is the plan anyway. So what are we on in home? I just want to see updates so we know what we're ranked for the week, and then I'll do a proper team review and whatever tomorrow night or something like that. Probably do a couple wider in a week with FC Masters is one of them, I'm sure. No, nothing yet still. Oh man, and I lost the first week of the draft in both of them. That's rough. Wow. And one of them's a cash league too. I'll go to that league another time. I'll do that separate video for that because you guys won't want to watch that. I just wanted to update, but I have a feeling round one's going to take a while to update, to be honest. Like it always does from memory. And it's like 10 o'clock Melbourne time, so it's okay for me here. Anyway. Players that... So in my field, I'm fine on my back line, apart from Blackiston. Blackiston's annoying. That's 62. And Oliver's questionable again this year. But I'm happy with all the mid-price madness with Tanner Brewer, Parrish, and Young. I'm happy starting all three. And then McAndrew at F2 feels like a bit of a win, despite people having loaded up on rucks. But if you're getting 88s and 90s and whatever, I'm not fussed about that because we saw what some of the other ruckmen did. Like if we go to rucks in general, where we going? We're going players. Let's just have a look at the ruck score. Like if you got the big boys, sure they're going to score, but what are they capped at in round one anyway? So we'll filter this. Imagine if you didn't have Petrarca. Let's go rucks. And just have a look at them in general. So I want to know how many scored a ton. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So only half of them scored a ton. Jackson 142. Wits 137. No one's really going to have Wits. Chu 128. English 127. Max Gordon 122. Excuse me. No one's going to have these guys either. No one's going to have Pitnat, Reeves, Nankervis, and Fort, or Riccardi for that matter. So Brody Grundy and Darcy Cameron, if you had those at F2 and you had McAndrew at F3, you'd be pretty... sorry, not F2. Wow, R2 or R3. You'd be pretty annoyed. I know it's only 1 week, but like I'm happy with this. Considering McAndrew is only 1 point off Grundy and 2 points above Cameron for bugger all price, like I'm going to take that as a win. So I'm not mad at that. Now, let's have a look at the forwards. We'll have a look at each line to see the big dogs and who did what, I guess, and break it down a little bit. Because someone said about key forwards before as well. So Maxwell's more of a half forward flank. Norton's definitely key forward. Van Rooney key forward. Watson. That's interesting for Watson. Myers is a good pick you'd feel over the season coming. Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore's too inconsistent. I couldn't do this Dylan Moore stuff. Connor McDonald, not a bad pick for those that went there. I was actually never liking this pick whatsoever, but that's not bad at all. He did play Essendon though, so. Jack Ross was a sneaky one for draft, but I don't think I could do it in Classic. Shannon Neal, my boy Neal, better than Darcy. That I knew it. I knew Shannon Neal was better than Darcy. Okay, so Darcy 99. Yep. Rogers, he won't do that again next week or the week after and the week after that, will he? Tom Winch. Yeah, Braden Cook's a steal, isn't he? McInerney, 90. It's not bad. It would have been nice if you went 100. And Thilthorpe, 85. Interesting. So I'm not going to go any further than that. Let's have a look at the defenders. Some disappointing defenders. Then I'll look at the mids, and then maybe, just maybe, our ranking will be updated. I can't see the comments while I'm doing this too when I'm looking in data. Wow. Who would have thought they would be the top 5 scorers? Moira, Ash, Short, Stewart, and Houston. Blakey, 127. So this is why I get confused about Blake. People call him Blakey out. Like the week before, he literally scored a 71. Houston, I just want one more week of data for Houston just to see what's going on. What was that? That must have been my other phone. Redmond, no way. Worrell was a good pick. Wilkie, couldn't do it to myself. Bice, no. Sicily is just not disciplined enough. Zorko's still a sneaky pick. I couldn't do it again this year. Humphreys bounced back from his 60 the week before. Cheese, you still got power. Matt Roberts didn't back up his game. Wow, Winhager, 88 and 63. He's coming down in heaps of prices now. I got him in my draft. That's awful. McCarthy only 86. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be going Fonte. I thought Fonte turned up. I don't think I'd be going from Blackerson to Fonte. I don't see the merit in that at all. If this was like a 140, sure, for a bit of a cash grab, but no way. Weddle still sucks. Daniel, yeah, whatever. Dale's going to be cheap for us as well if we wanted to target that. Jordan Clark, that's awful for Clarkie. I thought that would have been a lot higher, and I almost went Clark. But Luke Ryan in the side, Luke Ryan not in the side, I thought that would have been a higher score. And then you got Whitfield doing a 70 and Windsor is 70 as well. So the reason why I didn't go Windsor is I wanted to see if Blackerson did well, and if he didn't and Windsor went better, I would have been able to downgrade to Blackerson down to Windsor, but that didn't happen at all. I'll go to some of the comments and then I'll go back to where I was. Wow. I don't know why we've gone so far again. I don't have any. Yeah. Okay, that's good. It's poor trade. Not sure until Tuesday. Jason's a good photo as well. What do you think of the Tigers game? Which loss is the game? No. I thought we played well. The team is going to suffer having both. Yeah, maybe. I'll be okay. I've got a lot to cover. We're recording tomorrow, champ. He's just champ me. Yes, we're recording tomorrow. Do you want to do a live stream tomorrow? Jules, I thought we would have been in bed, you old man, by the way. I see you did a better score than me too, champ. So I hope you sleep bad. I hope you know what? I hope you don't sleep at all, George. Dev going crazy, had 12 tackles, bloody oath. Top 10 would be Bont, Butters, Anderson. Sorry, doing Dacos before that. Callahan, Holmes, Richards, Baz, Gordon, Dawson, Walsh. Yeah, I like the LDU pick. Like I picked that for a reason. That's not a bad smoky. And the Freo pair, I guess. Funnily enough, like 4% of people have Riccardi. They must have watched his preseason. Hey, Pro, thoughts on Riccardi as a forward? I don't think I could do it. I'm not sold on the Riccardi pick. I got him in draft, but not classic. I couldn't do that. Just check DFS from round 14 on last year when Freo changed their game style. Strong average 109, Brayshaw 106. Maybe Calber's fine after all. New season, though, I wouldn't be worrying too much about last season's statistics. McInerney played a lot of midfield, and Sydney just lost two of their top 3 CBA guys. Might be general consideration, by the way. Good point. I love the McInerney train. Should have actually started him just because I was hot on him anyway. Super Blue. Sydney had an easy game against Carlton. And undermanning Lions. True. I put what's in front of you, though. Deal with it. It's more the role than pure scoring for Blakey. Nah, Blakey's too inconsistent. I remember you'd have games where he goes 70 and doesn't 110. I don't know if I could do that. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep him. Gets Dante next week. Sell him after that. I'm going to keep him at least a couple of weeks, I think. Still have... Actually, he still has power. Was averaged by foot. Yeah. Interesting, Cheese. Love that photo. Easy games don't necessarily mean much for defenders. Yeah, I forgot about the red matchups. That's in DFS, isn't it? What is that in again, Aqua? DFS, but where do you look up the red matchups and all that? Winch is annoying. Winch actually annoys me as a Tiger supporter, would you believe? Winch is just so frustrating to watch. How do you not kick it straight in front? How do you not kick it from within 30 when you're a key forward? Even have a bit of a hot take. I actually think he was better at Gold Coast than what he was at Richmond. Apart from then what was it? The 19 year, I think he was actually better at Gold Coast. 2019 was the year he peaked at Richmond from memory. Unless I'm delusional, but Winch, I think it was the year before Tom Winch went to Richmond. He was actually really good that year in 20. I don't even know when it was. I don't even care. Tom Winch is pissing me off. He needs to retire this year. I'm done. Weird take, isn't it? I know he kept us in the game, but 2 goals, 7 or whatever it was ridiculous. Matthew, I have Goulden, Heaney, and Sam Draper. Oh, wow. That's crazy. DFS, AFL menu, if you look up bottom right, an option saying defense first position. Okay, I have to do that later and remember that. I'll look at the mids now. I'm getting late night messages on my phone, and I'm pretty sure it's my work phone, so that's interesting. All right, so the mids. Let's have a look at the mids. Someone definitely tell me when we're out of lockout. I can see it in here saying it's still lockout, but this is annoying. Yeah, wow. So Bont 160, no worries. How you going? Thanks for coming. Sarong 150, Holmes 140. See, this is what I'd call points chasing. If someone wants to bring in a Luke Parker or Dill Stevenson, that's the perfect example for points chasing. Not a Merritt, Holmes, Sarong, Diesel, Anderson type pick. Weber is so underrated. Every year we write him off. Finn's good. More than good. Bailey Sniff backing himself to actually play a good game. Stewart against Richmond was always going to happen. This is a weird shout, but I always thought at the start of the season, picking maybe Kennedy would be an okay pod because he's in the midfield and he's quite cheap. But I was like, he's not going to be near top 10. But as a stepping stone pick, I was thinking between him and Clary Oliver. But I always thought that Kennedy always gets underscored last year. When I watched him play footy last year, it always seemed like he was underscored in that Dogs midfield. The other reason why I don't want to sell Clayton Oliver, because Dogs midfield is a hard midfield to match up against. So I wanted to give Clary the benefit of the doubt. Because I remember a lot of teams, every time they played the Dogs, I remember looking at my Supercoach scores and going, oh my gosh, why did that player do so bad? Then I realised because they had Weber, Richards, and Bont stealing the ball off them, so they wouldn't score very high, it felt like. I don't know if Bulldogs are a red matchup for midfielders, but it always felt like they were. So that's why I want to give Clary a second chance. Petrarca, not Petrarca, Crippy. I can't believe Jagger just 113 even outscored Goulden. Tanner Brewer is a good one as well. That's a huge miss if you missed out on him. He just looked good. I couldn't not. Taranto I like as a pod, but couldn't do it to myself. Wow, 110 is crazy for Murdoch. Isn't that crazy? A 60-point turnaround from one rookie to another at the same price. Cheese's favourite pick is John Newcomb. He said it's his boy. Took Miller as a sneaky one. Winhager, I think he's in a few pod sides there. Yeah. Windy is definitely a lab experiment for sure in terms of a Supercoach pick. So well done to Yazza for grabbing that one. Dunkley doesn't appeal to me. No, that flat scoring. Heaney, yep. Butters, wow, you suck. Even Lockie Neal was disappointing. Jack Steele, glad I hopped off that train. Dawson only 91. Okay, interesting. Richards back to 144 to a 90. So did McInerney. Yeah, wow. People were hot on Fino Sutherland over Blackiston and Windsor, but no for me. Okay, I'm done looking at that. Is my team updated or not? Come on. I just want to see our rankings and where we are. Again, for those who haven't, give us a sneaky like for doing a Sunday night live stream. And pity I've got to compete. All right, what are we at? Where are we even at? Where are we? Okay, Lynch, such a bad kick at goal. He's given an old bloke in it. Oh, yeah. Oh. That was quite sad, actually. Oh, mate. Ford was always going to play. Very little game time for Drapes. Do you reckon the rookie for the Brisbane Ruck, or Zane, whatever his name is, my R3, do you reckon he'll consistently play? Any Brisbane supporters think he'll... I didn't get to see his role. Like, did he... I imagine he played down back because I thought he was obviously a defender with that status. So what is Zane's actual role? I haven't actually got a gauge of it because I don't think I've seen the Brisbane games. But he was either him or Edwards or whatever who it was, the Geelong rookie ruck. But I decided the DPP is probably more valuable. Sharp to Cook. I'd wait 1 week. Sorry, 1 walk. Wow. Wait, what? Did the Supercoach team update? It has. Okay, so I haven't. Let's have a look what ranking we are, boys and girls. All right, here we go. I know we updated because the blue light. It's not because anyone said anything, but I imagine this is it. Oh my god! Wow. So this is how it feels like to be Shorty. Okay, 30,000 rank. Just kidding, Shorty, if you're watching. Wow, that's insane. Wow. What is the top scorer then? Top 17% ranking. Whew. Wow. There's probably not a lot of it in it, but that's crazy. That's not what you want to see. Interesting what 100 points difference would be. Like if I was 2,384, what would my ranking be? That's crazy. 30,000. Well, we're only going down from that in terms of like a better ranking. You meant to say up from that. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. I wasn't expecting 30,000. Fitting that comment, actually. All right. Well, that gave me a heart attack. Winhager, still an interesting pod. Didn't play where I wanted him to play in halfback, though. A little tagging. Oh, my computer's having a meltdown here. It's freezing. On the Parker pick, he was playing the Zebra role. Could be legit, just so expensive. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm sold on the Parker pick. 72 players scoring 100 is lower than any other year, isn't it? I feel like it is. Good statistic. Well done. I like those things that are random as. The sub gone doesn't help. I agree. I definitely agree with that. All right, let us know your rankings and what happened to your ranks anyway. So anyway, 110 score as a small half forward for West Coast is so baffling. Maybe Murdoch is that good. Just going to get that stupid thing off me because this is annoying as. There's no congratulations to that score. If you ever wanted to know something too, you can optimize your team and it will put the players on the bench. It will put the players on the buys on the bench. So this is what I'll be looking like next week, basically. Actually, when you look at that, that's actually pretty rough. Dacos, Walsh, and Rule on bench. That's going to be a tough week. Why do I got double Ruck? Why is Jagger Smith here too? Oh yeah, I'm cooked. Interesting. Why can't I move these magnets around a bit? Okay, so I have 22 playing, but 18, so 4 of those schools will come out. Very interesting. All right, well, I'm just going to have to see what happens with that one. I'm just thinking a lot now. Parish, I thought, was a bit underwhelming. Still, 93 is fine. I don't think I've got any worry about Parish. Neil got the tag, I think. Yeah, right. Foss is just Windsor, but 40k more. Blackerson is cooked. I don't know. It's too hard. Like I said, you can't really say he's cooked after 1 week. Only 7 disposals after half time or till half time. Is he talking about Neil? Walkout lifted. Yeah, just seen it as the blue dots done. Ranks are out. I'm 30,000. ZZ has about 3 weeks of job security if Andrew's out. Gardner was better than Joyce, so should hold. Okay, that's good to know. Where are you guys ranked? I'd love to know. ZZ played down back with Gardner and Andrews out. Okay, he'll be good for a couple of weeks, but then we'll need to go back on that. Hopefully he stays somehow, right? 65k rank. He played as the second defender. Gardner back after bye. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, hopefully he manages to stay there, even as a backup ruck, but got to rely on Draper to get injured or something. I don't know. 85, I'd say, maybe more than that, really. Geez, 30k is wild, Brad. Let's get to 1k next week, King. Yeah, I know it actually is pretty wild, but a lot of schools are going to be similar. Oh, here we go. Since you're back for Richmond, can you give me some insight on McAuliffe? I picked him as a huge pod, but had CBAs and good skills last. Yeah. Well, I was at a bar, so I missed the first half of that game, to be honest. I was playing dodgeball that night. I wish I was joking, but I was actually legitimately playing dodgeball. But for me, McAuliffe has always been maybe a fifth banana there. Like, you got Taranto, Hopper should get dropped. If Uzo's serious. But the issue is Taranto is the main CBA guy. Then you got Law that they want to put through there. Presti is back soon. So that was going to even hurt McAuliffe again. Ross is the other guy that they like to put inside. McAuliffe only just started getting good in the back half of last year. So for me, I think my dad picked McAuliffe as well. It's such a dad pick. I think my dad's got him at flex pick. So I don't know what his rank is, but hopefully he's not 100,000 again this year. But I don't know. He'll probably get stuck at like a half-forward flank, sort of similar to a Sonzi. Like, Sonzi can't get enough CBAs, so they'll put him a half-forward flank, or, well, this year they're going to try him half-back flank. Or McAuliffe maybe on a wing too, they've tried. Just don't think he has solidified himself in a position anyway. Like, we didn't play Tom Brown, which was surprising to me. So it'd be interesting what changes they make. Like, he could be on the outer as well, McAuliffe. Like, you never know with that sort of player. He hasn't really proven himself. So for me, just if I was to pick a pod, it would have been probably Jack Ross. Easy to say, but I picked him up in draft, and that's probably the reason why. Because if I was to pick a random Richmond player that wasn't any of the bigger, well-known players, it would have been Rossi boy. I don't know. McAuliffe, the only way he's going to get CBAs, I guess, is if Hopper, and then make a statement out of Hopper and they drop him. But I think Prestia and Vlosten are back next week. So in terms of the game, I don't really remember watching McAuliffe at all, to be honest with you. I was too busy watching Lynch bushes some ball, and every time Lynch missed, I had a shot, so that didn't help either. I started at 30,000 last year and finished top 1,500. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fine, isn't it? 77.5k for Skiz. Yeah, wow. Remember best 18, 100%. 2120, 103k. Wow. That's crazy. It only gets better from here, though, boys and girls. Is VC tracking to Butters as a revenge game? Honestly, it's silly. No, it's not a silly idea at all. Ranked 9, 6, 4, 5. Yeah, nice. Well done, Zach. What are my options going to be, I guess? What am I going to do for my... what am I going to do? What, VC Robinson? I mean, Captain Robinson against North Melbourne? No, in all seriousness, I'm not going to... Do I touch anyone? Nah. Why would I captain Sinclair against Giants? No way. Probably VCing Petrarca against Richmond. And who would I captain? Although probably still going to back in Butters. Like it's Essendon at the end of the day. Essendon and Richmond, that's pretty stock standard bailout. I think about LDU, but LDU looked like a 130. If I didn't see his score in the game, I would have thought it was a 130. That's how good he played. English. Who does English play? Well, English could be a sneaky VC too. Also, VC English into Petrarca. Adelaide Oval. I don't know. I might English into Petrarca or Petrarca into Butters. I'm not sold yet. I'll have a think about that. I think we are overly swamped by anything. Hayes Brown's not going to get a game unless Nank's injured. How do you play dodgeball? My pet rock is more agile than you. I don't think you've ever seen me move, to be honest. Yeah. Your pet rock can go suck it. Yeah, no, I don't play dodgeball competitively. It's just a casual game, but I'd love to play a dodgeball with you, but I'll use a bowling ball instead. No, I'm just kidding. I know you're taking the mickey. Aqua, McAuliffe is playing wing, isn't he? Yeah, probably is on the wings. I didn't really watch him too hard at all. So you guys that watched that were sober probably better off telling me. Taranto pressure or a hopper. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. Sonzi, I'm surprised Sonzi's not playing yet. Good kick. Yeah, nice, Yazza. Oh, that photo sums up everything right now. He was playing mids in the preseason games, so Thursday was quite deceiving. I feel like they did crack McAuliffe and a few other midfielders on the wing, though. Even in pracky games, word around Richmond was that they haven't really got a wing player, so they're playing McAuliffe on the wing on practice game, and I can't remember who else was on the other wing. They seem to love Hugo Ralphsmith on the other wing, and I hate it. Every time he gets injured, they think of a different player, but then they automatically put Hugo Ralphsmith on the other wing. So I don't know. I'd like to even see Banks and Sam Banks or Thomas Brown on the wings, to be honest, if I'm Richmond, but whatever. No, I had Jagger in my midfield. I didn't have him at flex at all. 35,000 scored 2-2-7-3. Not worried. Yeah, I feel that. Just need to get Milani in. Agreed. 44,000 rank. Here's me. Straight C to Clary. You want? No way. Stuff Clary. Butters, Essendon captain. Yep. I think it's Butters to Shees. LDU. Probably Shees. Wouldn't it be? I still want Petrarca because I feel like Petrarca's going to go nuts, to be honest, against Richmond. Or I don't know if I like a Whitfield VC. Very pod-like. Yeah, I mean, we've got a free crack at it, though, because of the buy players. 64,000 rank. It's because, yeah, right. All right, yeah, I mean, see, this is what I don't like about this. Like, I could go Milan. I'll give it one more week, but let's just play hypotheticals. Let's just go hypothetically, right? Let's just see what's out there for Clary. I won't do it because I don't think I want to be that reactionary. But if we're talking about rage trades and you're actually legitimately thinking, what would I rage? Like if this was me now and I was really not caring about what I'm doing here, I'd probably do this. I'd probably go, hurry up, computer. Why are you so slow for? Now, this is like if I had to, not that I want to. Well, it's not even going to matter by average, is it, really? Let's go by price. I don't think there's anyone I really like in the back line anyway right now. This is why I hate the Blackiston thing. I think I just want to wait a week. Go back to Worrell, the Worrell train, and bank 244k. Again, I just want to wait a week, though. I don't want to do that to myself. What would it look like on paper, though, hypothetically? But who's to say Clary won't go 120 this week anyway, and Blackiston doesn't go 90? And then Milan goes 40, and then Worrell goes 80. Like, it's so hard just to off 1 week go, yeah, nah, see you later, and chuck the baby out the bathwater or whatever you call it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm probably just going to hold because I just feel like that's so reactionary. Should have went with Worrell. Saints were giving up points to defenders. That's fair in round 0. Yep. Houston, Jagos. Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, wow. Wow, what did you score, Michael? Oh, Michaela, sorry. Wow. And Quaynor too. Quaynor's a bit interesting. Would you go track or VC? Or VC Anderson. Probably Anderson, to be honest. BRB, like literally BRB. Sorry about that. Wow. Bottom to cherry for you. Yep, nice. Hold Clary. You get a. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Clary hopefully bounces back. 40 trades is pretty wild as well. What else have we got here? I don't know. The injury report comes out Tuesday, that's for sure. I'll probably go for another 20 minutes and then call it night. So whatever other questions you got, send them through. Sounded like just had a cork. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Cork as well. But they did ice it up, so that is a little bit concerning. Was Young injured? Just checking, and saw he only attended 1 CBA last quarter and didn't get touched. He played forward, didn't he? From memory? Someone tell me. I just rested forward and Freo. Yep. Nah, fair. And he is good at forward as well, actually. Do we wait for the 20k price rise from one of the rookies that will score 50 or 60 or trade now and back line score 70? If I was to do that, I'd rather wait for one rookie price rise if I had to. That's the worst case scenario. He did. He definitely did. So, yeah, this week for my side, I think I'll just reserve my trades. Just hold on 1 more week to get a better idea of it, see what's going on. And then if I need to use a boost early on, I will. Even if I do waste a boost, I'd rather do that. So I'm going to leave my trades as are. Unless Philippu or Marshall are a must trade, I'm probably just leaving them, to be honest. I don't want to mess around with that at all. Why can't I put... Oh, because Dev doesn't even have DPP. Yeah, right. Okay, that's interesting. So annoying. Interesting if McRae gets a call up. I doubt he will, but that was a stupid idea for a loop, that's for sure. Anyway, any more things? If not, I'm going to call tonight and go to bed because it's been a long night doing a live stream. And it's nice to be back on a Sunday night doing a live. I'll do some stuff with... what's his name? I haven't really forgot your name, George. I'm just pulling your leg. But, yeah, I'll do a potty with SC Masters George tomorrow. I'm not sure if we'll do a live or it's just a normal video, but keep an eye out for that. And then I'll do a team review tomorrow or Tuesday, worst case scenario. Even tonight if I'm lucky, but I doubt that. So go through the last comments and make sure before you leave too, give a like, a sub to the channel too, so then you'll be notified when I go live, even if I go live with somebody else, which I probably will. And hopefully I'll be back maybe this weekend on After Dark. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see how we go. Akram says, don't be put off the Clark pick. an 80-point blowout. It's basically the best midfielder in the comp. He's going head-to-head with. Yeah, okay. Should be right. Michaela in a few centre bounces but played forward. I reckon they're easing him into it. I think that you're talking about Young. What happened to Marshall? Marshall hurt his ankle. Could be just badly rolled. We don't know. So Tuesday night's always the injury report. So we'll wait until Tuesday. All right, no worries. Then field this week. I'd put the emergency on him. I'm not sure I'd actually field him just in case he's laid out or something. Injury list is Tuesday 5 p.m. Gordon's dislocated shoulder. He's the only one that you got to trade. Should I just trade Watkins to Murdoch now? You can, but again, I'd still wait one more week just in case they do a backflip and do the other way around anyway. So that's my take on it. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. I'll leave it there. Catch you on the next one. Give us a like on your way out, and cheers. Thank you.